In the quiet moments, just before sleep, or perhaps amidst the hustle of a busy day, a persistent, nagging voice emerges from the depths of our minds. It questions our decisions, replays our mistakes, and weaves a tapestry of worries about the future. This voice, known as overthinking, can be a relentless foe, clouding our judgment and draining our energy. But what if there was a way to quiet this voice, to find peace and clarity amidst the chaos of our thoughts? Enter Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that offers timeless wisdom for conquering the tumult within our minds. Stoicism teaches us that while we may not control every external event, we hold the power to control our internal responses. It provides practical tools for navigating life's challenges with grace and resilience, tools that are as relevant today as they were centuries ago. Today, we will explore 9 Stoic approaches to overcoming overthinking, each offering a path to mental clarity and inner peace. These teachings, passed down from Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, serve as beacons, guiding us through the fog of uncertainty and doubt. As we delve into these teachings, I invite you to consider your own struggles with overthinking. Reflect on the moments when your thoughts feel like a whirlwind, leaving you exhausted and seeking solace. These Stoic principles are not mere abstract concepts, but practical steps that can be woven into the fabric of our daily lives, offering a shield against the onslaught of relentless thought. This journey is not just about quieting the mind for the sake of peace alone. It's about discovering a deeper sense of purpose, direction, and contentment. As we explore each Stoic approach, I encourage you to think of them not as distant philosophies, but as tools in your hand, ready to be used in the art of living well. Let's embark on this journey together, learning to master our minds, and in doing so, master ourselves. The path to overcoming overthinking is paved with the wisdom of those who walk before us, and by stepping onto this path, we join them in the pursuit of a life lived with intention, clarity, and peace. Before we dive into the heart of Stoic wisdom, take a moment to observe your current state of mind. How often do you find yourself lost in thought, rehashing the past, or worrying about the future? Keep this reflection in mind as we explore the Stoic approaches and see how each principle resonates with your personal experiences. Now, let's begin our deep dive into the first Stoic approach to overcoming overthinking. Understanding what is within your control. Stoic Approach 1. Understand what is within your control. The incessant stream of thoughts that characterizes overthinking often stems from a focus on matters beyond our control. The actions of others, the outcomes of events, or the uncertainties of the future. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, offers a powerful antidote to this habit. He stated, "We have control over our own opinions, aspirations, desires, and the things that repel us. These are directly subject to our influence. We always have a choice about the contents and character of our inner lives." Imagine 2 circles, one representing the things within your control, your thoughts, perceptions, and actions, and the other, the vast expanse of everything outside your control, other people's actions, events, and outcomes. The first circle is surprisingly small, yet it holds the key to vast inner strength and peace. The second circle, while immense, often becomes a trap for our thoughts, leading us into a maze of overthinking and worry. Practical exercise. Reflection and action. 1. Reflection. Take a moment each day to reflect on your thoughts and worries. Ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, acknowledge the thought and then gently steer your focus back to what you can control. 2. Action. Focus on actions that align with your values and are within your control. Instead of worrying about a future event, prepare for it to the best of your ability. Instead of fretting over others' opinions, focus on being true to your own values and integrity. Consider the story of a professional athlete facing a crucial match. The pressure is immense, the expectations high. Overthinking could easily take hold, focusing on the potential for failure, the reactions of fans, or the actions of the opponent. All outside the athlete's control. Instead, the athlete focuses on their training, mindset, and strategy. Elements they can control. This shift in focus not only reduces overthinking, but also enhances performance and peace of mind. Letting go of what we cannot control is liberating. It frees up mental energy that was once consumed by worry and redirects it toward productive, positive action. This doesn't mean we become passive or indifferent to life's challenges. On the contrary, understanding what is within our control empowers us to act more effectively, face challenges with resilience, and find peace amid uncertainty. Now, I invite you to join in this practice. Think of a recent situation where you found yourself overthinking. Reflect on how much of your worry was focused on things outside your control. Share in the comments how redirecting your focus to what you could control changed your experience of the situation. As we conclude this exploration of the first Stoic approach, remember that the journey to overcoming overthinking is a gradual process of recognizing where our power truly lies. In our responses, in our actions, and in our attitudes. This understanding is the first step toward mental clarity and inner peace. Stoic approach 2. Practice mindful awareness. The buzz of overthinking often drowns out the present moment, pulling us into the past or projecting us into an uncertain future. Marcus Aurelius, in his personal writings, often reflects on the importance of staying present and mindful. Concentrate every minute, like a Roman, like a man, on doing what's in front of you, with precise and genuine seriousness, tenderly, willingly, with justice, and on freeing yourself from all other distractions. Yes, you can. If you do everything as if it were the last thing you were doing in your life. He writes, mindful awareness is about anchoring ourselves in the present moment, fully engaging with our current experience without judgment. This practice helps us break free from the cycle of overthinking, which is often rooted in concerns about the past or future. Practical exercise. Mindful breathing. 1. Mindful breathing. Find a quiet place to sit comfortably. Focus on your breath, the inhale and exhale. When your mind wanders, gently bring your focus back to your breathing. This practice helps center your mind in the present moment. 2. Daily mindfulness. Try to incorporate mindfulness into daily activities. Whether you're eating, walking, or even doing chores, fully immerse yourself in the experience, paying attention to every detail and sensation. By practicing mindfulness, we start to appreciate the richness of the present moment. This appreciation not only reduces overthinking, but also enhances our connection to life. Over time, mindfulness fosters a deep-seated peace and clarity as we learn to navigate life's ups and downs with equanimity. Consider the example of a writer struggling with writer's block, caught in a web of self-doubt and fear of failure. By practicing mindful awareness, the writer begins to focus on the process of writing itself, the feel of the keyboard, the flow of thoughts, rather than the outcome. This shift in focus reignites creativity and productivity, demonstrating how mindfulness can transform our approach to challenges. I encourage you to try the mindful breathing exercise and incorporate mindfulness into one daily activity. Observe how this practice affects your mental state and your tendency to overthink. Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's discuss the impact of mindfulness on our lives. As we wrap up our exploration of mindful awareness, remember that this practice is a skill that develops over time. The more we practice, the more we cultivate a sense of presence and peace, providing a solid foundation for overcoming overthinking. Stoic approach 3. Accept change as inevitable. Change is a constant in the universe, an undeniable truth that Stoicism teaches us to embrace rather than resist. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, offers wisdom on this topic. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. This acceptance of change as an integral part of life is crucial in overcoming overthinking, particularly the kind that fixates on the fear of the unknown or the longing for stability. The Stoic acceptance of change is rooted in the understanding of impermanence. Recognizing that everything is in a state of flux helps us to reduce anxiety over what the future may hold, allowing us to focus on the present. Practical exercise. Reflect on change. 1. Reflection. Spend a few moments reflecting on significant changes in your life that initially seemed daunting, but eventually led to growth or positive outcomes. This exercise helps in cultivating a mindset that views change as a potential source of opportunity rather than a source of fear. 2. Journaling. Keep a journal where you write about the changes happening in your life and your feelings towards them. Over time, this practice can help you trace your journey of accepting and adapting to change, highlighting the resilience you've built along the way. Stoicism doesn't just teach acceptance of change, but also emphasizes adaptability as a virtue. Being adaptable allows us to navigate life's changes with grace, using them as opportunities for personal development and learning. Consider the story of an entrepreneur who had to pivot their business model due to unforeseen market changes. Initially, the situation seemed like a setback, filled with uncertainty and risk. However, by embracing the change and adapting their strategy, the entrepreneur was able to explore new opportunities, eventually finding success in a direction they hadn't considered before. As we conclude our discussion on accepting change as inevitable, remember that change itself is not something to be feared or avoided. Instead, it's a path to new beginnings, growth, and opportunities. The Stoic practice of embracing change with openness and adaptability is a powerful tool in overcoming overthinking, allowing us to live more fully in the present moment. Stoic approach 4. Set realistic expectations. Our disappointment and distress often stem not from our experiences themselves, but from our expectations of them. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic emperor and philosopher, reminds us, "If you are pained by any external thing, it is not this thing that disturbs you, but your own judgment about it. And it is in your power to wipe out this judgment now." This wisdom underscores the significance of aligning our expectations with reality, thereby reducing the gap between what we anticipate and what actually occurs. Setting realistic expectations involves a clear understanding of our circumstances, our capabilities, and the nature of external events. It's about anticipating challenges and setbacks as natural parts of the human experience, thus preparing ourselves to face them with resilience rather than surprise or despair. Practical exercise. Expectation adjustment. 1. Reflective listing. Create 2 lists. One for your current major expectations in life, and another for the realities associated with these expectations. This visual exercise helps you identify discrepancies between expectation and reality. 2. Scenario planning. For each significant expectation, consider best case, worst case, and most likely scenarios. This practice not only broadens your perspective, but also mentally prepares you for various outcomes, reducing the intensity of unexpected disappointments. Stoicism teaches the virtue of amor fati, which translates to love of fate. This concept encourages us not only to accept, but to embrace whatever life brings our way, finding joy and opportunity in every circumstance. By setting realistic expectations and loving our fate, we shield ourselves from the turmoil of overthinking and align more closely with the natural flow of life. Imagine a student preparing for a crucial exam. They have high expectations for their performance, dreaming of a perfect score. However, they also acknowledge the possibility of challenging questions and prepare accordingly. When the results come, the student achieves a commendable, but not perfect score. Thanks to their realistic expectations, they can appreciate their hard work and success without being overshadowed by disappointment. Reflect on a recent experience where your expectations did not align with reality. How did you react? What could you have done differently in setting your expectations? Share your reflections in the comments, and let's discuss ways to cultivate a more stoic approach to our expectations. In summary, setting realistic expectations is a crucial Stoic strategy for combating overthinking. It allows us to navigate life's uncertainties with a balanced mindset, reducing unnecessary stress and disappointment. By learning to embrace a more fatty, we can find contentment and peace in whatever outcomes we face, seeing each as an opportunity for growth and learning. Stoic Approach 5. Limit external influences. In our modern world, bombarded by information, opinions, and stimuli from countless sources, it's easy to become overwhelmed and lost in overthinking. Stoicism teaches the importance of guarding our minds against excessive external influences. Musonius Rufus, a lesser-known Stoic teacher, emphasized the practice of moderation in all aspects of life, including the information we consume and the influences we allow to shape our thoughts and actions. To limit external influences, Stoicism advocates for a disciplined approach to focus. This means consciously choosing where to direct our attention, selecting sources of information that are beneficial and aligned with our values, and avoiding those that contribute to anxiety and overthinking. Practical exercise. Information diet. 1. Evaluate your sources. Take inventory of the sources from which you regularly consume information, including news outlets, social media platforms, books, and conversations. Identify which of these contribute positively to your well-being and which tend to provoke anxiety or overthinking. 2. Implement restrictions. Based on your evaluation, set limits on your consumption of information from sources that contribute to overthinking. This might mean allocating specific times for news or social media, choosing books and articles that enrich your understanding, or engaging in conversations that uplift rather than drain. By limiting external influences, we cultivate a sense of inner stillness and clarity. This tranquility allows us to reflect more deeply on our values, make decisions with greater confidence, and engage more fully with the present moment. It's a practice of filtering out the noise to hear our own voice and the wisdom of Stoic philosophy more clearly. Consider the experience of someone who decides to limit their social media usage, recognizing its role in fueling overthinking and dissatisfaction. As they withdraw from constant online engagement, they find more time for reflection, reading, and activities that foster a sense of peace and presence. This change not only diminishes overthinking but also enhances their overall quality of life, demonstrating the profound impact of controlling external influences. Reflect on your own experiences with external influences and overthinking. What changes can you make to limit these influences in your life? Share your thoughts and any steps you plan to take in the comments below. Let's inspire each other to find more inner stillness and clarity. In wrapping up this exploration of limiting external influences, we find a Stoic strategy essential for modern living. By consciously selecting what we allow into our minds, we can significantly reduce overthinking and cultivate a space for more meaningful reflection and peace. Stoic Approach 6. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is a cornerstone of many philosophical and spiritual traditions, including Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, often reflects on the importance of being thankful for the people and circumstances in his life, even the challenges. Gratitude, he suggests, turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude involves acknowledging the value of all aspects of our lives, including the seemingly mundane or difficult. This practice encourages a shift in perspective from focusing on negatives and what we lack to appreciating the abundance around and within us. Practical exercise. Gratitude journaling. 1. Daily entries. Start or end your day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. These can be as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a conversation with a friend, or the beauty of a sunset. The act of writing reinforces acknowledgement and appreciation. 2. Challenge reflections. Once a week, reflect on a challenge you faced, and find something within that experience for which you're grateful. This could be a lesson learned, strength discovered, or simply the support of loved ones. Gratitude not only shifts our focus, but also changes our relationship with our thoughts and experiences. By regularly practicing gratitude, we cultivate a more positive outlook on life, reducing the tendency to overthink and worry about what we don't have or can't control. Consider the impact of gratitude on someone going through a difficult period, such as recovering from illness. Focusing on gratitude for the care they receive, for small improvements in health, or for the support of friends and family can significantly alter their experience of recovery. It shifts the focus from suffering and limitation to appreciation and possibility, enhancing mental and emotional well-being. Now, it's your turn to practice gratitude. Share in the comments 3 things you're grateful for today. If you feel comfortable, include a recent challenge and something within that situation for which you're thankful. Let's create a space of shared appreciation and see how this practice can transform our perspective on overthinking. As we conclude this section on practicing gratitude, remember that gratitude isn't about ignoring the difficulties of life, but about finding a balance. It's about seeing the full spectrum of our experience with a heart open to thankfulness. This Stoic practice is a powerful antidote to overthinking, guiding us toward a more contented and mindful way of living. Stoic Approach 7. Reflect daily. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, advised in his letters the importance of nightly reflection. Before sleep, he would ask himself questions like, "What evil have I cured today? What fault have I resisted? In what respect am I better?" This practice of self-examination helps us to recognize our progress, correct our missteps, and appreciate the moments of our day, thereby reducing the space for overthinking to take hold. Daily reflection is a time to quietly review our day, acknowledging our achievements, our learning experiences, and areas for improvement. It's a moment to reconnect with our values, assess whether our actions align with those values, and plan steps for personal growth. Practical exercise. Evening reflection. 1. Evening journal. Dedicate a few minutes each evening to write about your day. Highlight moments you're proud of, opportunities for learning, and how you've lived according to your values. 2. Questions for reflection. Incorporate questions similar to Seneca's into your journaling. Add your own questions that resonate with your personal journey and goals. This Stoic practice fosters an environment of self-awareness and mindfulness, allowing us to cut through the noise of overthinking by focusing on what truly matters. By reflecting on our day, we learn to appreciate the present, understand our past, and thoughtfully prepare for the future. Imagine a teacher reflecting on their day, recognizing a moment where they showed patience with a challenging student, appreciating the progress made, and considering ways to support the student further. This reflection not only provides a sense of accomplishment and purpose, but also reduces anxiety and overthinking about the day's challenges by focusing on actionable steps and positive outcomes. Engage in this practice tonight. After your day, take a moment to reflect and journal about your experiences following the guided steps above. Share in the comments how this practice impacted your feelings of overthinking. Did it help you gain clarity? Did it change your perspective on the day's events? Reflecting daily, a practice as ancient as Stoicism itself, remains profoundly relevant in our fast-paced, modern life. It serves as a quiet space for introspection amidst the chaos, helping us to navigate our thoughts and actions with greater clarity and purpose. Stoic Approach 8. Focus on your circle of influence. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, emphasized the distinction between things within our control and those outside it, urging us to focus our efforts on the former. This principle is echoed in the modern concept of the circle of influence, which represents the areas of our lives where we have the power to effect change. By concentrating our attention and efforts within this circle, we can reduce feelings of helplessness and the overthinking that often accompanies concerns about factors beyond our control. The circle of influence includes our behaviors, reactions, and decisions, areas where we possess direct control. Outside this circle lie the vast array of external circumstances, other people's actions, and outcomes that we can influence indirectly at best, and many we can't influence at all. Recognizing and accepting this distinction is key to focusing our energies more productively. Practical exercise. Identifying and expanding your circle. 1. Mapping your circle. Take a moment to map out your circle of influence. Identify aspects of your personal and professional life that you can directly control or influence. This might include your health habits, your approach to work, and how you interact with others. 2. Setting intentions. Choose one area within your circle to focus on improving or influencing more effectively. Set specific, actionable intentions for how you plan to enact this change. Focusing on our circle of influence empowers us to take action in the areas of our lives where we can make a real difference. This proactive stance is a powerful antidote to overthinking, as it shifts our focus from worrying about what we can't control to taking action on what we can. Consider the example of an individual concerned about environmental issues, feeling overwhelmed by the scale of global challenges. By focusing on their circle of influence, they decide to reduce their carbon footprint, advocate for change within their community, and support environmental causes. These actions, though seemingly small in the face of global issues, contribute to positive change and significantly reduce feelings of helplessness and overthinking about the broader problem. Reflect on your own circle of influence. What is one area you feel motivated to focus on or improve? How can you take action within this area? This Stoic approach reminds us of the power of focusing our energies where they will have the most impact. By directing our attention to our circle of influence, we can make meaningful progress in our lives and communities, reducing overthinking and fostering a sense of accomplishment and purpose. Stoic Approach 9. Embrace philosophy as a way of life. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, did not merely study Stoicism. He lived it. His personal writings, collected in Meditations, serve as a testament to his efforts to apply Stoic principles to the challenges of his life and reign. Embracing philosophy as a way of life means allowing these teachings to guide our thoughts, decisions, and actions, transforming our approach to life's difficulties, including overthinking. To live according to Stoic principles is to adopt a mindset that values virtue, self-control, and rationality above all. It means practicing gratitude, focusing on what we can control, accepting change, and reflecting regularly on our actions and their alignment with our values. Practical exercise. Stoic living. 1. Daily practice. Choose one Stoic principle each week to focus on. This could be anything from practicing gratitude to reflecting on what's within your control. Integrate this principle into your daily routine, reflecting each night on how well you were able to embody it. 2. Stoic community. Engage with others interested in Stoicism. This could be through online forums, local meetups, or discussion groups. Sharing insights and experiences can deepen your understanding and application of Stoic principles. Living stoically has the power to transform not only how we think, but how we live. It equips us to face life's challenges with resilience, find contentment in our present circumstances, and reduce the overthinking that can cloud our judgment and peace. Imagine an individual facing a difficult career decision, torn between a secure job and pursuing their passion. By applying Stoic principles, they focus on what is within their control, reflect on their values, and practice gratitude for the opportunities before them. This philosophical approach helps them make a reasoned decision, free from the paralyzing effects of overthinking. Reflect on how you can more fully integrate Stoic principles into your life. Is there a particular Stoic teaching that resonates with you? How can you begin to live out this philosophy daily? In concluding our journey through the Stoic approaches to overcoming overthinking, we're reminded that Stoicism is not just a set of ideas to ponder, but a guide for living. By embracing these teachings, we can navigate life's complexities with greater clarity, resilience, and peace, turning philosophy into action. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Stoic wisdom and its application to overcoming overthinking. If you found these insights valuable, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on philosophy, personal growth, and navigating life's challenges. Together, let's continue to learn, apply, and share the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, supporting each other on this journey toward a more mindful and meaningful life.